Hi, I'm Mary Jurgensen, Community Engagement Manager with Gary and Mary West PACE. PACE is a program of all-inclusive care for the elderly, providing primary and social services to seniors 55 or older living at home, including transportation, primary care, and social engagement activities. Today, I've invited Greg Fong, our level of care nurse, to join us to tell us a little bit more about the work he does each day with participants here in our program. Hi, Greg. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
To start off, could you share a little bit more with us today about what you do here at West PACE?
Sure, no problem. I have a couple of roles, but my main role is, as you said, the level of care assessment nurse. And so what that basically means is I'm probably the second person from the PACE organization that an interested party and caregivers might meet with. So I engage with information, but then I also provide a comprehensive assessment that we then send to the state for review and approval for the PACE program.
It's a big job, I know. Could we start with you maybe telling us a little bit more about how you might describe the program to both participants, families, or caregivers, as well as individuals who are interested in joining the program?
Oh, absolutely. So we are essentially an insurance policy, and we're also the providers. We're generally paid through Medi-Cal. And what we do provide is, like you said, we provide primary care in a clinic setting, but we also provide, as we say in our name, all-inclusive. So it's basically whatever that participant may need. So we have physical therapy, occupational therapy. One of the big things is a lot of folks really just need help at home. And so what we do is we can provide in-home support services through attendants and aides to be able to help with bathing, maybe some shopping and cooking, light housekeeping. It allows for us to be able to follow with our mission, which is to provide a skilled nursing level of care, but the participant gets to stay home. It's a very cool program.
Absolutely. Well, I know we have a lot of participants and their caregivers very excited to hear that we will very soon be opening up the day center once more for social activities, which we're excited to bring to our participants anything from pet therapy, musicians, jazzercise, chair tai chi. So it's going to be a really good time very soon here once more.
Yeah, and something else to add to that, with the recent issues with the pandemic, we want to ensure that everybody knows that we are going to be running a safe and healthy environment. We will be continuing to do temperature checks upon entry. We're going to ask that all of our participants and folks that are coming to the center be fully vaccinated. We will there will be hand sanitizer across the entire facility, but we will ask that until the CDC says otherwise, that we will have folks always wear masks unless they're eating or drinking, and we will be providing extra staff to make sure that all surfaces are kept clean with each use.
It's all good stuff. We're excited. So what made you decide to work with older individuals anyhow?
Oh gosh, so I've been nursing for about 30 years now, and it has been sort of a passion of mine from the moment I got my degree to work with marginalized and underserved populations. Most of my career is at the VA, and so that's a pretty wide swath of folks that fit that description. I did ICU, home care, hospice and palliative care. In the last 10 years were spinal cord injury and wound care. And it was through actually that I met several PACE employees when I was providing education for wound care at UCSD. And I found them to be a very diverse group of people who all seemed very much to not just talk about, but provide mission and value to their PACE program. And it just seemed like a great opportunity for me to again work with some of the underserved population that we may have here in San Diego.
Well, I know I was so excited when you decided to join our team. And before we let you go, I'd really love for you to just share a little bit about your role and the difference you're making in the life of one of our participants in particular.
Yes. He's a wonderful guy. So PACE takes on any elderly, which is basically 55 and older for us, all disease management issues, all different levels of care. But this particular individual is a quadriplegic. He's been a quadriplegic for almost 40 years. And he actually also happened to have a wound. The biggest challenge is that spinal cord injury care is not necessarily difficult, but it is specialized. And because PACE comes with a team approach, we work in an IDT or an interdisciplinary team manner. All team members have input, and their input is valuable. And if somebody has a special background, that individual is going to be put forward and allowed to be able to practice that. Which again, I was blessed to be able to be introduced to Scott, and actually took him on for 1 day a week to provide education for our staff, to provide education to the caregivers from the agencies that are coming in, and then actually to, I say, buff out his wound care because there were some challenges there. There are changes that happen in spinal cord injury that only happen in spinal cord injury, and you have to be able to provide wound care to ameliorate that. And it's worked out great. The participant, his stress level has gone down immensely, and our staff is able to take care of him better. And that is our goal with PACE, is to provide specialized care for each individual for their needs.
Well, he's become a real PACE success story. I know a lot due in part to your efforts. Before we go, we've taken lots of your time today, I know, but is there anything else you'd like to share before we say goodbye?
You know what? I always like to go to leave with this, even in my LOCs, is that we don't work with patients. We work with participants. Any person who signs on with us becomes a participant with us. We partner with the individual, the participant, and those caregivers or stakeholders that are around that particular participant. We have a team approach, and they are always included in that team.
That's great, Greg. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for everyone who's still watching as well. If you'd like more information or maybe even schedule some time to come in and see us in person and take a tour, we'd love to have you. You can reach us at 760-280-2230 or our website at www.westpace.org. In the meantime, we hope you stay healthy, stay safe, and stay informed. Have a great day.